speed for 3 hours. Now, they want us to find out how many more kilometers did car A travel than car B. Ashton. Now, this is a speed time question. Whenever you see a speed time question, the first thing first, always draw out the triangle. Don't steal things. Okay? The first thing first is we always draw out the triangle to help us. Okay? After you draw the triangle, you ask yourself, what is this question trying to ask us to find? Kilometers. Kilometers, is it a speed, is it a time, or is it a distance? Distance. Okay? So the question wants us to find the distance traveled. Okay? So how are we going to find the distance traveled? Let's find the distance traveled by car A. Distance is what? Distance, if I want to find distance, I cover distance. It is the speed times the time. Okay? So in this case, I know the speed is 2x squared plus 5x minus 7. The time is 4 hours. So I'm going to take the time multiplied by the speed. Okay? So what am I going to get? Hey, there's so much chattering going on. Calvin, do I have to shift you? Okay, so how do we expand this? Rainbow method. The number on the outside, you will multiply to each and every single number on the inside. So I'll take 4 times 2. 4 times 2 gives me 8x squared. Next, I will take 4 times 5. 4 times 5 gives me 20x. And lastly, 4 times 7. 4 times negative 7 gives me negative 28. Okay, so this is how I expand. I use the rainbow method. Okay, I use the rainbow method. The number on the outside, I will multiply to the number that is inside. Alright, so this is how I do it, how I do the expansion. Okay, now let us do for car B. So if I have car B, the same thing, if I want to find the distance traveled, I will take the time multiplied by the speed. Okay, I take the time multiplied by the speed. So I do the same rainbow method. 3 times x give me 3x squared. 3 times negative 2 gives me negative 6x. And lastly, 3 times 9 gives me positive 27. Okay, gives me positive 27. It never rains but pours. Okay, so this one, I rewrite again. Car A is equals to 4 times this, 8x squared plus 20x minus 28. Car B is 3 times the speed, 3x squared minus 6x plus 27. Okay? So, the question asks, how many more kilometers did car A travel than car B? That means this question, they want us to find the difference between the two distances. Okay? Yes, so I have to minus. I need to take car A minus car B. So how am I going to do that? I need to write down car A is 8x squared plus 20x minus 28 minus this one, you must put brackets around the whole thing. Bracket 3x squared minus 6 plus 27. Okay? You must put brackets, ladies and gentlemen, because you are not just subtracting the 3x, you are subtracting the whole distance of car B. Okay, so you must make sure you put brackets around the whole thing. If you don't put brackets around the whole thing, Okay? So here, if I have brackets, what's going to happen? I need to open the brackets first, right? 8x squared plus 20x minus 28. Negative sign, I multiply inside. Minus 3x squared. Minus times minus gives me plus. Minus times plus gives me negative 27. Okay? So this is how I open up the brackets. Okay, this is how I open up the brackets. Last step, the final step. I need to combine all the like terms. One method that I like is I tend to underline the common one. This is x squared. I circle the x. So I can see very clearly 8 minus 3, that gives me 5x squared. 20 plus 6 gives me 26x. And finally, negative 28 minus 27. That gives me, use calculator, negative 28 minus 27. Negative 55. Okay? So this is how I do this question. Okay, you have to be able to do this kind of question, ladies and gentlemen, by yourself.
For this, right, the first part is the 8x one. You can put bracket also.
Okay? I give you guys some time to copy down. For those of you who are still copying down, Danish, have you copied? Ashton? Hey, don't be a one-hit wonder boy, The WE1 and then the WE2 almost all fail. Freya, can you off the iPad? Can you close it? Claudine as well. Can you close the iPad? Kenneth, can you close the iPad? Close the iPad. Mavis, the iPad, close it as well. Although it's not yours, close it. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Okay, the next one is on factorization, expansion. Okay, the next chapter is on expansion. It is really the same thing. Okay, it is really the same thing. Let us try to do it together. Now, let's look at this 1A. Okay, let's look at this 1A. What's behind the iPad? I mean, keep it in your bag. Is there anything behind? Can you keep it away? Hey, hello. This. Okay. This question over here is the exact same thing. Okay, it's the exact same thing. The number on the outside, we are going to use rainbow method and multiply inside. Okay? Now, how do we do this? What is x times x? I have x multiplied by itself. How many times? 2 times. Okay, so x times x give me x squared. So here, my first one is 3x squared. Okay? X times 3x is 3x squared. Next, I move on. What is the next one? X times 2 gives me 2x. That's all. Okay, this is how I expand this thing over here. Okay, this is how I expand this thing over here. Not too difficult. Okay, it's not meant to be too difficult. Okay, let's look at the next one. Part B. Okay, let's look at the next one. Part B. I have hello. Okay, let's look at the next one. I have a 2x here. Multiply inside. 2 times 4 gives me 8. X times x gives me x squared. 2x times negative 1 gives me negative 2x. That is all. Okay? Use use the rainbow method, multiply term by term. Use the rainbow method, multiply term by term to get the final answer. Okay, this one shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, let's try the next one, part C. Negative x times negative. Negative times negative gives me positive 2. X times x gives me x squared. So the first one is just 2x squared. Okay, the first one is just 2x squared. The second one, negative x times 3 gives me negative 3x. Okay, gives me negative 3x. Hey, don't just copy down, you need to really understand what is going on. Panel. Hey, you really have an addiction problem. Okay, let's look at part D, same thing. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. The number on the outside is going to multiply on the number inside. So negative times negative gives me positive. 7 times 4 gives me 28. X times x gives me x squared. Okay, so you do it slowly. Next, 7x times 2. Negative 7 gives me negative 14x. Okay, so that is how you get this answer over here. Can you do the next two by yourself? Try the next two by yourself. Okay? Can you please try the next two by yourself? This one. Okay, try this by yourself right now. Use the rainbow method. Use the rainbow method one by one. Okay, use the rainbow method one by one to try to expand this. Yes. Correct. Okay, quickly use the rainbow method to find the answer. Okay, I'm going to go through in just 1 more minute. Okay, 1 more minute, I'm going to go through and then that's it. Okay, let's go through the answer together now. This one, number on the outside multiplied by the number inside. 9x times negative x give me negative 9x squared. Okay, give me negative 9x squared. Next, 9x times negative 2 gives me negative 18. Okay, so this is my answer for the first one. Okay, check your answer for the next one. I have negative 6. Negative 6 multiplied in by the first one. Truthful. Negative times negative gives me positive. 6 times 2 gives me 12. Y times y gives me y squared. The next one, negative times negative gives me positive. 6 times 4 gives me 24y. Okay, so this is my next answer over here. Can you check that you have expanded correctly? Okay, check that you have expanded correctly and everything is correct. Okay? Okay, the next one. Now, can you turn to the next page? How are we going to do this one? This one, if you take a look here, you have 2 terms over here. Yes, you need to open up the brackets, but the question is how? Okay, this one, please pay attention because this is something that a lot of you don't know how to do, and you will, even if you do, most of you will do it wrongly. Okay? This one, we will also do the rainbow method. Okay, we we will do the rainbow method as well, but the term on the left, here you have two terms, you have x and you have 3. The first step, ignore one of them. Don't care about one of them, just ignore it. Okay? You can even cover it up, just ignore it. You only focus on expanding the first one. That means x times x. X times x give me x squared. Okay? Remember, the first step, you ignore the 3. You don't care about the 3. You just take x times x. Next step, x times 5. Okay, so we are going to take x times 5 next. So, x times 5 give me 5x. So the first part is really the same thing. I don't care about the 3 at all. I just expand the x times x times 5. Then next step, what do I do? The first part, I don't care about the 3. Next part, I don't care about the x. So I do the second part. 3 times x. So I'm going to do the second part. 3 times x give me plus 3x. 3 times 5 give me plus 15. Is that okay? So this one we do two parts. The first part you ignore the 3 first, then you ignore the x. Okay? You ignore the 3 first, then you ignore the x. So what does this simplify to? This simplifies, this one and this one are like terms, so I'm going to get x squared plus 8x plus 15. Okay, so this is my final answer. Let's take a look at the next one. Let's practice again for the next one. Okay, if some of you need to copy, I leave it up here. But let's practice the next one over here. Okay, let's practice the next one over here. Same thing, I have two terms over here. I have two terms. So first thing, I am going to ignore the second one. I'm just going to look at the first one. Okay? So if I look at the first one, I'm going to take b times b. b times b give me b squared. Next, b times 4 gives me 4b. Okay? I have done the first one already. After I've done the first one, I ignore it. I still got the negative one that I haven't done yet. Okay? So I'm going to do the next one. Negative 1 times b, negative b, negative 1 times 4, negative 4. Okay, so these are like terms. My final answer is b squared plus 3b minus 4. Okay, so this is my final answer. Okay, I'm going to do two more with you. So don't be afraid if you don't understand yet. Okay, I'm going to do two more. Same thing over here. First thing first, I ignore the minus 2. I don't care about the minus 2 first. I take c times c, c squared. c times minus 6, negative 6c. Then next, negative 2 times c, negative 2c, negative 2 times negative 6, positive 12. Negative times negative gives me positive. I combine the like terms, c squared minus 8c plus 12. That is my final answer. Okay, I hope you are starting to get it. Okay, I hope you are starting to get how to do this kind of questions. Okay, it's not too difficult. Okay, this kind of question is not too difficult. Don't be scared off when you see two terms. You can do it. Okay, I do one more with you. Okay, I do one more with you to see how simple this is. I don't care about the negative b first. Don't care. Do the rainbow method. 5 times 7 give me negative 35. 5 times negative 7 give me negative 35. 5 times negative d gives me negative 5d. Okay? After I have done two expansion for the first one, Now look at the second one. Okay, so I do the second one. Negative d times negative 7 plus 7d. Negative times negative is positive. Negative times negative again, positive d squared. Combine the like terms. I'm going to get d squared plus 2d minus 35. Okay, so I combine all the like terms. This is my final answer. Okay, this is my final answer. Can you try? Okay, can you just write down one more example at the bottom? At the same, can you just write down one more example and you try this by yourself? Part E, okay? X plus 1, X plus 2. Okay, can you write this down and can you expand this? Do this by yourself and then next is your recess right after this. Okay, we do this and then I'll send you off for your recess. Okay, quickly finish this. Go and expand this by yourself. Okay, and then I'll send you off. But it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Okay, let me go through this answer together with you, and then I send you off for your recess. Okay, because your recess is at 12:40, right? Okay, so here, same thing. Expand this. How to expand? X times x give me x squared. X times 2 gives me plus 2x. Next, 1 times x give me x. 1 times 2 give me 2. These are like terms. X squared plus 3x plus 2. Okay? We will continue on